world, we look for jobs. Okay, which country do you prefer? I got an idea. Let's go to Canada. Yay, I always wanted to go to Canada. Let's look up some information about Canada, shall we?
Welcome to Canada. Today we're going to talk about sightseeing of Canada and geography of Canada. But we're going to start with geography of Canada first. Canada, the second largest country in the world and the largest country in North of America, which is divided into 10 provinces and 3 territories. Canada lies adjacent to the Atlantic Ocean in the east and the Pacific Ocean in the west. Northern Canada reaches to the Arctic Circle, while southern of Canada borders to the United States. However, Canada has a very small population, around 36 million people, for its geographic size. Canada has diversified landscape with grand western mountains, rolling central plains, forested eastern valley, ice-cold glacier, and stunning blue river and lake, which contain around 20% of the water on Earth. In Canada, there are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The weather is different in different parts of Canada. The western coast has an average climate year-round. As such, the seasons are much less distant from one another. Further north you go, the heavier and colder the precipitation is.
Hey, hold on, don't skip this ad. I'm Ronka from Canada Travel Agency, which is an agency that will help people who want to go to Canada. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about festivals in Canada. Canada is one of the most perfect places in the world that has various kinds of festivals. It provides not only for people who love music, but also movies and traditional history as well. First, Vail Music Festival. Vail Music Festival is an annual electronic dance, music and hip-hop music festival that is held on the weekend in early August or late July. This festival attracts people from around the world who are passionate about EDM to have fun together. And you can have fun with everybody, even with the strangers, because music will connect you together. And there are a lot of famous artists to perform at this festival, so don't miss it. And the second festival is Toronto International Film Festival. This festival is one of the biggest film festivals in the world, and it held annually for 11 days in mid-September. And there are many kinds of movies to play at this festival, such as short films, classics, TV episodes, documentaries, and experimental films. And it's also the great time to see your favorite stars because there are many celebrities attending this festival.
I'm very proud to be here tonight, and I'm so grateful that you joined us.
And last but not least, the Canada Day. The Canada Day is a national day and the biggest party in Canada. The Canadians will decorate their houses by the Canadian flags and celebrate the birth of Canada by spending time with their families and gathering to see the fireworks together at 1st July. If you guys want to go to Canada with us, do not hesitate to contact us, and we are looking forward to traveling with you guys. See ya!
Canada has a lot of unique tourist attractions. There are many interesting cities and amazing natural wonders. Here are 3 places that you should miss. First, Niagara Falls is one of the widest waterfalls. Niagara Falls is the name for 3 waterfalls, which are Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal Veil waterfalls. To see all view of the waterfalls, you can see it from Skyline Tower. Or if you want to see closer, you can take a boat tour called Made of the Mist Tour. Or you can take a helicopter too. For the second one is Banff National Park. Banff National Park is Canada's oldest national park. It's called as a jewel of the Rocky Mountains by the spectacular scenery. There are a turquoise colored lakes, a forest, and snow-covered mountain made it one of the most popular places. For the last one is Toronto CN Tower, or Canada's National Tower. The tower is so high. It's located in downtown Toronto, Ontario. If you want to see the breathtaking view while having a dinner, you can have it at the restaurant in this tower. So that's for today. Bye.
But what about the do's and don'ts in Canada? Let me see. Before we go to Canada, we need to know some of the rules and manners there. Here is a rule we should follow when you go into Canada. First is respect Canadian flag because Canadians really respect their own flag, don't show no respect like stepping on it or something like that. And second is if you enter a person's house, please ask the host if you need to remove your shoes because some of Canadians remove their shoes before they are entering the house. And when the host serves you a hot coffee at the end of the evening, it's a subtle sign that they want you to leave the house. Here are some things we should not do when we are in Canada. First is don't call a Canadian and American or compare Canada to America because Canada is not America. No one's like to be compared or mistaken. And the second is don't say a strong negative opinion during a conversation because Canadians always avoid an argument or conflict. And don't fail to hold a door open for another person. And even if you are a man, a woman will hold a door open for you too. And the last one and the most important one is if you don't like maple syrup, don't say it, just keep it to yourself because maple syrup represents a whole Canada.
I've never known that. Interesting. Okay, I've heard there are actually two unique jobs in Canada. One of them being the so-called polar bear cubs, and they're usually only found in Churchill, which is a very small country, a small town in northern Canada. And they are so-called polar bear cubs because they catch polar bears, because polar bears, they steal stuff from the citizens town of Churchill, and that's why they have to implement the train staff. One of the things they carry is a so-called scare pistol, which scare the animals with either sound or sparks. And yeah, sometimes they have to carry shotguns because the animals are quite dangerous. So for the case of an emergency, they will carry shotguns. And the second job is the so-called edge worker guide, where people will guide you around the edges of the CN Tower in Toronto. One of the requirements is to be very resilient, to hide, but also have to have a customer-oriented mind because meanwhile you are on the edges of the tower, you have to take care of the customers and you have to make sure that the customers are not too scared of the heights and not too scared of the edges. And yeah, it's a very, very hard job.
Interesting. Canada has so many spectacular destinations and so many stunning sightseeing options, and it has such a great culture. I can't wait to see Canada. Okay, let's book our tickets.